And it was the doctrine for years of the Egyptian army, and especially General Tantawi, to let the police and General Intel deal with the Bedouins and the situation in the Sinai. The Egyptian military today, SCAF, wanted nothing to do with the population of the peninsula. Israelis were begging for years, for example, that the Egyptian military will take measures to protect the gas pipeline, providing Israel with about roughly 40% of its needs from Egypt. The Egyptian army said no. Several Israeli defense ministers have offered to the Egyptian government, and sometimes Tantawi himself, to accept deployment of Egyptian military, as happened now, in areas, in zones B and C. Invariably, the answer of the people who are today the SCAF was no. The collapse of the Egyptian police and General Intel, by the way, means that the main player in the Sinai today on the part of the Egyptian state is military intelligence, which has different methods and different capabilities and different norms than General Intel. This whole new network, which, and I'm just touching upon the headlines, is based on black economy, smuggling, which we estimate at anything between $300 million a year and $500 million a year. That's the scope, the volume of trade through the 1,200 tunnels to Gaza. Not all of them, of course, operating at every single moment, and between Sinai, Israel, and Jordan. The Egyptian government had, under Sadat, I remember well many conversations I had the privilege of having with Sadat about that. Sadat had the vision of having 5 million people in the Sinai, of inhabiting the Sinai and moving people from the Nile Delta and the valley into the Sinai. Huge development plans. Very little came out of it. The basic reason, they had a plan, for example, by 2018 to get 2.9 million Egyptians to settle in the Sinai, in addition to the local population, which is roughly 400,000, around this number. Nothing came out of it. The Egyptians who moved to the Sinai mostly work in the Sinai, but maintain their families and main residence back in Cairo, Bahriya, Sha'iyya, wherever. The Egyptian government under Mubarak, by 1997, basically stopped funding the major development projects for the Sinai, diverting the money to another ambitious program, which is the Toshka Canal in Egypt itself. There is no way, it's very unfortunate, there is no way, I'm giving you my conclusion, that even a major development program to be initiated by the new Egyptian government now, and they are talking about one, will be able to compete within the forthcoming years with the black economy that I have described here. The Bedouins do not really have an interest in becoming loyal Egyptians. Now, Rob, you will let me know when I have to I want to read to you, so you don't suspect it's only me. I want to read to you from my translation of a Bedouin intellectual that I have a lot of respect for. His name is Mas'ad Abu Fajr. He writes about the relations between the Egyptian state and the Bedouins. And the quote is, "We drink torture, discrimination, deportation, and arrogance minute by minute, so that some felt that humiliation, just like blood, runs in our veins. The greatest sheikh of our tribe is sent by the police informer to buy him cigarettes from the kiosk in front of the police station. And as to us, we have become like circus acrobats between the ropes, playing with national security to get protection from state security. And those who did not find a place with national security played with state security to be protected against the Bedouin Affairs Department. All this relates to our elders, whilst we, the ordinary people, had to bypass the roadblocks on the roads, to change our dwellings and the license plates of our car so as to avoid insults. We strive as much as possible to avoid government offices, and if we are forced to go there, we would seek a go-between to whom we pay to release us from the humiliation we encounter dealing with officials." This is just an illustration. There is a lot of bad blood between the Egyptian state and the Bedouins, especially after what the Bedouins consider to be the repression after the bombings of 2004, 2006 along the tourism strip of the Gulf of Aqaba, where thousands of Bedouins, including Abu Fajr, were detained without trial.